Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at installing the CURT Class 3 trailer hitch on a 2022 Nissan Frontier. Now this is what our trailer hitch looks like when it is installed, and you're going to see the cross tube is actually pretty hidden behind the bumper, giving you a nice clean look with just the receiver hanging out underneath the bumper. Now it's also a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, which is going to be great for your ball mounts for your trailer, bike racks, or any accessory that you might load up. When loading up your accessories, you're going to see that you have a 5/8 hitch pin hole here, and that's going to allow you to keep those accessories in place. Now it does not come with the pin and clip, but if you want to pick one up, we actually have plenty of them here available at eTrailer, including locking ones, and that way when you have your accessories loaded up, and they're going to stay locked and not walk away in the hands of someone else. A lot of your accessories will also come with one, so something to keep an eye out for. Now, if you do plan on hooking up to a trailer, you're going to see a rolled style safety chain loop here. It's going to be great for your standard size hooks or even a larger clevis style. And when towing a trailer, you're going to have some pretty decent weight amounts that the hitch can handle. And that's going to be a gross trailer weight rating of 5,000 pounds, which is going to be the weight of the trailer plus the accessories loaded up. You also have a tongue weight rating of 500 pounds, which is the downward pressure on the receiver tube opening. So that's going to be a lot of your suspended accessories. So again, a decent amount. Now this can be used with weight distribution, and it's going to bump it up significantly to 8,000 pounds of gross trailer weight and 800 pounds of tongue weight rating. Now it's important you check the vehicle's owner's manual to see what the truck is actually capable of and compare those numbers with the hitch. Take the lower of the two just to stay safe. We're going to do some quick measurements here. So from the center of the hitch pin hole to the furthest point of the bumper here, we're looking at about 3 inches. And that's just important to note for your folding accessories, just to make sure they don't make contact with the bumper. Something to think about as well is when you have those accessories folded up, you really probably won't be able to put your tailgate down, but just keep that in mind. Ground clearance. From the top of the receiver tube opening to the ground, we're looking at about 17 inches, which is a good amount of ground clearance. I really don't have any issue with this making contact with the ground, but when you do have your accessories loaded up, just note that they do extend out, and when you go up inclines, sometimes they can get pretty close to the ground. But with 17 inches, you should be covered. Now, if the only thing holding you back from a hitch on your truck is the installation, I'm here to tell you it is extremely easy to do. This can be done in your driveway or garage, and just with a 3/4 inch socket, you'll be able to knock this out within 10 to 15 minutes. So let's take a look at that now and get your hitch installed. To begin our installation, first we're going to want to look at the actual weld nuts here. And main reason being is these can be exposed to the elements. So if you have any buildup in those, sometimes rust or corrosion can build up. Having a little tube brush here and a little bit penetrating oil goes a long way of just kind of cleaning those threads out, just to make sure that our hardware actually feeds up there properly, making it a lot easier to actually get them hand tightened in place. So now we're ready to actually raise our hitch in place, and I suggest having at least 1 bolt and conical tooth washer for each side ready. That way you can thread these in. It'll hold the hitch in place while you get your other hardware situated. Now the conical tooth washer here does have a specific shape. You're going to want these teeth to bite into the metal of the hitch, so just make sure that they're properly orientated on the bolt before lifting it up. So now I'm just going to kind of raise this in place, and I'm going to line my holes up. I'm going to just kind of hand thread one in, doesn't matter which hole, but I'll choose the middle one here. I'm just getting a few threads on. That should hold that side. That's going to allow me to get this other side raised up and get my other hardware in place here. So now with both sides hand tightened in, I can go ahead, let this down, and grab my other hardware. So I'm just going to go back through with my remaining bolts and washers and just kind of get these all hand tightened in. So now with all of our hardware hand tightened in, we can go back with a 3/4 inch socket and tighten these all down. Now we don't have to tighten them down too much because we are going to go back with a torque wrench to get that proper spec. So let's snug these up. So now going back with our torque wrench, we're going to just torque these down to the manufacturer's recommendations in the instruction manual. Now if you need a torque wrench, we actually have these here at eTrailer. You can generally rent them at an auto parts store. But this is going to be an important step to make sure that we don't have too much stress on the threads, but also that it's not going to come loose over time. Now with everything tightened down and torqued to spec, we're ready to go use our hitch. And that was a look and installation of the CURT Class 3 trailer hitch receiver on a 2022 Nissan Frontier.